Good morning, everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So, today we are going to solve question number 3 from top 150 interview questions. Let's read the question first. What the question states: given an integer array nums which is sorted in non-decreasing order, we have to remove the duplicates in place such that each unique element appears only once. The relative order of the element should be kept the same. Consider the number of unique elements in nums to be k. After removing the duplicates, return the number of unique elements k. The first key elements of the nums should contain the unique numbers in sorted order. The remaining elements beyond the index k minus 1 can be ignored. Okay, so what the question states that we are given with one array, example nums. It contains the elements which are sorted in increasing order. We have to remove the duplicates from this array and have to return the number of elements which are यूनिक. ओके, सो सपोज ये हमें एक एरे दिया गया है जिसमें एलिमेंट्स है 1, 1 एंड 2. इस एरे की हमें जो आउटपुट है वो चाहिए 1 एंड 2 as it contain only unique elements. And now there should be one k which represent the number of unique elements in array. So example here it will be 2. Okay, now let's see the solution to this question. The very first approach which came to my mind was brute force. Okay, what we can do in brute force, we can use some additional space. For space we can use a hash set. I hope many of you know what is hash set. It stores only unique elements. Okay, it doesn't store duplicate elements. For example, here in this array like 1, 1 and 2, in hash set whatever we set we take, for example let's say s, it will only store 1 and 2, and this is what we need. And at the last we can simply return the size of set and it will return the number of unique elements in this set, right? So this was the very first approach which you can think of. Here the time complexity will be O of n and space complexity will also be O of n because we have used some additional space. But this will not be the optimized solution. Let's see the optimized solution without using any extra space. Okay, see here. What we can do in optimal solution, we will take two indices. Let's see I. Firstly, it will be at 0. Okay. Then what we will do, we will traverse this array. For traversing, we will use for loop, right? So we will use one loop with j. Now I it's at 0. We will take j starting from 1. Okay, so j will be at 1 and it will go till length. Now let's see what we will do. Let's write the nums once again here. Okay, now I is here and j is here. But we will check if the element at ith index and element at jth index, if these two elements are same, we will skip them because we have to remove the duplicates, so that we have to skip the same elements. What do you mean when I say skip the elements? We will simply increment j by 1. We are not considering this element anymore because it is duplicated. Okay, now let's see. This was the first condition. If two elements are same, we can simply skip. What if the two elements are different, like 1 and 2? We will do nothing. Just at I plus 1 index, we will place whatever was at j index. Why I plus 1? Because here this I pointer, ये जो I pointer है, it stores the last index of unique elements. Okay, last index of unique elements. हमें पता है कि इस I वाले index के पीछे on the very left side all elements are unique, and this I is standing at the position where the unique elements end. Now we find another unique element like this 2. So we will place it at one index after this I. So here I have done that कि हमने I plus 1 वाले index के ऊपर nums at j को place कर दिया. After placing we will increment I by 1. Just this. And we have completed a solution. This was the optimal solution. In this we haven't used any space. That's why this is an optimal solution. Let's see the pseudocode, that how to write this code. What we are doing, we are using one index, let's see I, which is initially at 0. Okay, and we are running one loop, for example I j, which is initially at 1, and it will go till length of what? Length of nums, and we are incrementing j by 1. Okay, now we are checking that if nums at I is equals to nums at j, simply skip it, which means continue. We are not moving forward. Just skip this and go to the next iteration of j. In the other case, if these are not equal, what we were doing, we were just placing nums at j at nums of I plus 1 index, like we were doing here, at just one index after I, and then after it we were incrementing I by 1. Now we have what to do, we have to just return the number of unique elements. How we will return that? Simply return I and plus 1. Why? Because now see here, like this was our final array and I was here, right? What I told you, what is I stores the last index of unique elements. इसके पीछे जो भी हैं वो सारे unique elements होंगे. So our array is 0 based. That's why we have to plus 1 in the side to store the number of elements. Simply return this and our solution is done. Now let's see the time complexity. What time complexity you see here? It is nothing, just O of n, because we are just traversing the elements of array just once. Okay, and space complexity here is 0 of 1 because we are not using any additional space. Okay, so I hope you have got the solution, and if you like this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for upcoming videos. Thank you.